Hey everyone. A few months ago, I asked the guys to, what would you want to know? Well, has to ask me a question. Some are related to mediumships, some are not. So I received a lovely message from a young lady who wanted to know about what crystal should she buy or how would that crystal work with her. And it was an interesting conversation because she was attracted to Moldavite. But she told me that she had read and people had told her that the stone is a bad stone, and to the point that people had experienced death or bad luck, misfortune, and they attributed it to the stone. And so it was an interesting conversation because through our discussion, she asked me, how do you condition a stone? How do you make a stone do things for you? So you heard me talk about free will. And so when we talk about free will is not only for people. Free will is also for objects. Stones, especially crystals, cannot be conditioned. We should not force a stone to do what they're not meant to do. So the conversation went this way for me and for this person, and that it was a very simple in the sense of helping this person realize that crystals have their own private, properties. They have accumulated energy that are related to them and to help them to have their own vibration. So many times we talk of rose quartz. Rose quartz is to bring love in your life, right? And then we have clear quartz, an amplifier, something that brings more energy. Labradorite, is the other side of the moon, and like I love moonstone is one of my favorite, or I wear my crystals, right? But what the conversation was about is you do not make anything do anything that they're not meant to do. You work with their energy, you work with them, not against them. And this is how I explain it to them. And I explain it to her, and I'll explain it to you. Would you like for me to force you or condition you or to make you do something against your will? The answer is no, right? So why would you want to force a crystal to do something that is not meant to do? So, again, you would utilize the tool. It's a tool that is there to aid you and to help you. You don't break things, you don't force things, you work with. So, and that goes for any tools that you would be utilizing in this kind of work. So, you may ask, how do I know what crystal is for what? There are many resources out there now to help you with that. There's crystal Bibles, there is people like me, but here's one thing I will tell you. You don't choose the crystal chooses you. So, and there's a funny story for me. I have a beautiful quartz ball, and that quartz ball found me. For months, I felt the connection to the quartz, and I was like, okay, I'm not sure where the stone is. So I went to a shop, and one of my favorite shops to go in, and I asked the owner if she had a quartz ball. She told me no, she didn't have any in the store, but she would be thinking about, bringing some in. I'm walking through the store, beautiful cabinets, antique cabinets, and all of a sudden I hear, heads up. And I was like, what? I lift my head up, and this beautiful ruby quartz ball was falling down, and I picked it up and I held it in my hand. And it was gorgeous, and I still work with her. She's still here in my work. And I showed it to the owner, and I said, how much is this? And she said, where did you get it? And I said, it was on top of your cabinet and fell down. So the crystal chose me, and I bonded with it. So if you are in search of a crystal or a stone that is for you, ask it to show up. and then, be open to work with the crystal. And if the crystal is not for you, the crystal will not work. Hope that this helps you a little bit, and I'll see you soon for more Ask Nancy.